Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Almost Ahead of the Curve. With you here, is myself, Lotus, and with me I've got the always hilarious.
I'm hilarious.
But sometimes you are.
Oh, I'm that one hunter that people know sometimes.
Oh, right, Arlaria.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, names are important, you know. hmm
Are they? Yeah.
Sometimes they are. So, if you guys have seen the wonderful title we got here, it's Almost Ahead of the Curve. This edition is entitled Electric Boogaloo: Revenge of the Reckoning. Also known as, where the hell have we been?
Where have we been?
Um, I mean, I don't know. There was a lot of missing episodes, I think. I think something happened, and I think you recorded them, right?
Well, we recorded a couple of them, but if I remember right, you came over, deleted them off my hard drive, and then ran away laughing. So it's
Huh. You know,
weird.
couple problems with your story. One, I don't run, okay? I don't run at all. And two, pretty sure you're halfway across the country, so we'll just leave it at, man, hard drives like to eat things.
Yeah. Yeah, it was totally not my fault, and I totally didn't delete it
Yep, definitely not.
4 times.
Yep. I see a note here in our notes that actually says blame Lotus somehow. I see what you did there.
I didn't do anything.
No, definitely not. So we've been playing a lot of WoW. I know you've been playing a lot of WoW. Apparently you've been farming Archimon on Mythic. Jeez, I wish I could do that.
Please kill me.
That boring.
7 months of just Mythic Archimon.
Ugh. You know, I would take maybe like 7 minutes of Mythic Archimon so I could get, like an achievement maybe, which goes away tomorrow. But
Oh,
hey,
it's fine. You just got to be good enough to get it.
that's
I
true.
did it,
That's true.
so anyone can do it.
Yeah, I'm almost ahead of the curve. You're actually technically ahead of the curve, aren't you?
Oh shit! I am anti.
God, we might actually change the title of the podcast.
Well, see it. I gotta go. I'm not allowed to be here anymore.
Ah, I need a new
Peace.
co-host. Wow, wow. I honestly thought you just hung up on me on Skype, and that would have been terrible.
That would have been really funny,
That would have
but
been horrible. I'd have cried on air. Uh,
podcast over.
but the thing that's really fun to me, at least, is that there's this really cool thing called beta for something called Legion, and if I remember correctly, I was a member of the beta club before you.
You know, some of us have to earn our beta.
I know, which is amazing, considering I earned mine before you, and I didn't even kill Mythic Archimond.
I had to win a freaking contest for mine.
How did you get yours anyway?
Fat Boss. I want to say, yeah, Fat Boss was having a contest, and they're like, "Oh, a picture of something you want back." And so I took a picture of the Fel Reaver killing me.
So you just want to die to Fell Reavers. That's an
Yeah,
interesting thing to
I
want
want
back.
invisible giant things that kill you when you're not looking.
I still have nightmares about that sound from Mountain Hellfire. I really do.
See, I never actually dealt with the sound because I usually play with sound off until TK because Void Reaver had the same sound,
That is very true. I guess he did, didn't he?
and
He
that gave
also.
me nightmares because even though it was the easiest boss in the world, we wiped on it about 30 times.
Oh, that I believe. I 100% buy that. Yep,
Yeah.
totally on that. Um, so when I got into beta, the first thing I did was test Monk because, as anyone who's listened to the show before knows, I played a lot of Monk this expansion. Um, Warlords was a interesting time for that because the first couple weeks was nerf, 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 and then it got okay. It was all right. I ended up going out of Windwalker. I started healing. It was a really weird expansion for me. But in beta, I enjoyed Monk. Monk feels good and strong, both healing and DPS. I haven't really played tank because it's changed so much, but it was pretty sweet. Um, would recommend for anyone who enjoys Monk in general. It's gonna be fun.
That's what I've been hearing. I know Sunny was saying she likes how Tank Monk plays. I believe that's what she was saying. I might be talking out my ass because she is switching to Demon Hunter.
That is true. I actually saw her. I saw her Twitter handle change, which was kind of hilarious. That changed the other day. It made me laugh.
Yeah, speaking of Demon Hunter, that's pretty much the only thing I did in beta.
Nice. That's right. You kind of gave up on Hunter in beta, right? Like you're just like, nah, I want to
It's,
do this instead.
I mean, the way it is right now is Hunter for, raiders, at least where I am, uh, I can't really switch between range and melee very easily because we have set amounts of each. And so it's like basically a hunter goes down to two specs for me or one spec.
Depending
And
on what it looks like, yes.
yeah. And so I have two specs to choose from and I hate both of them.
Hmm.
So marksman looks all right. Looks kind of fun, I guess. For my little testing on it, it's not the worst thing to exist, but beast mastery is probably the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life.
Having played it a little bit in beta myself, I can definitely say it's definitely going to be your entry level spec. You know, the person in your raid maybe that's like not all that great. Like it's super simplistic, so it's a good intro spec, I think, but it lacks some depth. Which I know if you're raiding on it all the time, you need some depth, or you're going to be driven insane.
Yeah, you say that. I play marksman hunter right now, so
Yeah, don't you just hit two buttons?
three, sometimes four.
Oh man, that's getting
No,
complicated.
it's I'm sorry, four, sometimes five.
Ooh,
Yeah, because kill shot's in there somewhere.
that sounds about right.
Yeah, but it's the spec I'd let my dad play.
There you go. And I've heard that from a lot of YouTubers too. The class guides and that a lot of people have said, it's that bring the new guy like the people that are fun, but may not be that high on the skill chart. Not terrible by any means, but just kind of have trouble with the more complex rotations. Like they'll be able to pick it up, play, and contribute, which is good. You need that. You need to be able to include some other people.
Hmm. Especially if you're like a more casually leaning guild, like if you're still working on heroic. Well, if you're still working on heroic right now, your whole I don't want to say something mean. Um,
Yeah, don't be a dick.
I
Don't
was
be a dick.
about to, and then I realized that I'm going back to old habits.
Oh
If
man, that Archimon mythic kill has made you an elitist again.
7 months of Archimon mythic kills have,
That okay. Yeah, you know what? All is forgiven. I understand your
but
frustration.
it's exactly what I mean though. Like people who are still working on the heroic, some of your raiders could get on this. Their DPS will be all right, better than it probably is with the harder spec like marksman. Not that marksman's that hard, but
Yeah, it'll kind of make up for some of like maybe the missed nuances, things like that. Thing for mechanics, maybe they're not grasping. Give them a little more reaction time too if that's what's killing you, which is going to be great.
yeah.
But the coolest part is we're recording this and broadcasting right now. It's 7/18, 2016, day before pre-patch, dawn of the final day this morning. Pre-patch, pre-patch, pre-patch. The thing we've been waiting for what 14, 15, 16. I don't even know how many months at this point. I just know it's longer than Siege.
Well, 16 months for me, or 6 months for me, I should say.
Okay. Either way, longest content drought ever. Can't stress that enough.
Is it actually? Is it longer than ICC?
Yes. Well, yeah,
Or
because
is that counting Ruby Sanctum? Because Ruby Sanctum wasn't really
that is counting Ruby Sanctum actually.
okay. If you don't count Ruby Sanctum, I think ICC was worse.
Yes, most definitely,
Who
but that
did
is
Ruby
counting Ruby
Sanctum?
Sanctum.
No one did Ruby Sanctum.
No, I think maybe my guild on Lightning Hoof might have, but I wasn't raiding at that point. But anyway, the pre-patch brings a whole bunch of cool stuff. One of the biggest things for me is that wardrobe, which if you haven't seen it, I'm going to throw up the wardrobe picture here. Boom, there it is.
I can't see it. Where
I
is it?
I would share it with you, but you can find very similar pictures. They're all over MMO Champ and other Wowhead, uh, Icy Veins. Pretty much anything where you find information on WoW, these pictures are there. The wardrobe gives you access to anything you can equip that I believe is just the appropriate item type. Like if you're a hunter, it wouldn't give you the leather stuff. Um,
It just gives you mail.
just gives you mail. Just the weapons you can equip. You can mod your stuff to look like whatever appropriate armor class, etc. There's also enchants involved in there, but those are unlocked a little differently. They come from Tomes of Illusions. Um, and I hope to make a lot of money on those here tomorrow because I've got mats saved up like crazy.
Oh, you're gonna have to make me a couple of those.
Yeah, they're gonna cost ya. But the wardrobe's gonna be sweet. It's gonna save us so much bag space. I know my void
Yeah,
storage is full on too many characters. I'm sure yours are too.
my warrior's been full since Mop, so
Oh man, since Mop, so this you
Yeah,
didn't play it much this expansion, so you didn't have anything else to go. Oh man, look, now I have 0 bag space. Period.
my hunter is completely full. I've been deleting things out of my bank, try and make space. Got all 30 slots, and it's not helping.
Well, thankfully
But
tomorrow.
just go in, delete it all,
No, not even delete. You can vendor it all. Think of all the gold you can make.
or I could DE it.
That's true. And actually, oh my goodness, I have so much blue gear. Ooh. Oh,
But
tomorrow's gonna be good.
it's also great because you get all the things from previous quests, and oh man, I can't wait.
Yes, the backdating to previous quests is probably the absolute best thing because it's gonna let us go and we're gonna have random things that there's gonna be items that we don't even remember seeing. I know that on beta I found their gloves from a quest, the quest where you talk to the 3 guys in the Badlands that have the flashbacks about fighting Deathwing. I didn't even realize I had the boxing gloves with spikes on them, and the thing that was really driving people nuts about Monk in beta, one of the complaints was that Windwalker only has access to fist weapons, which you don't see all the time. They've actually fixed most of that. You actually see your fist weapons quite a bit. But I have these awesome, like, punching gloves that have spikes all over them. I didn't even know I had them. That was so cool to see.
That's pretty nice.
It's really cool. So there's going to be a lot of surprises in there for you tomorrow. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to have a little bit more gold than they think they do. Speaking of gold, though, did you hear about what they're doing to the garrison?
Yeah, they're getting rid of the gold missions, right?
Yeah, the gold missions are gone. Gold missions are gone. A lot of the other quests that would get you, um, random items like honor, I know those are gone as well because they also had gold in them. I'm not sure what the inn is going to add. I'm assuming just more resource missions. Because
Oh,
from what I heard, a lot of that's just being converted over to resources. To compensate for that, your trading post cost for everything has gone up by 4. I believe it's 4 times the cost. It might be 5 because I can't math when I'm tired, and I'm kind of tired right now. Um, but I just know that it's going to be fine because we're going to be swimming in resources for the next month. And I mean, let's be honest, who doesn't have an abundance of materials at this point from Warlords? They are everywhere. I'm swimming in the Grand Arrow Bloom. Swimming.
oh, I just go and buy it for like nothing, basically. It's
Yeah,
pretty great.
yeah. People are dumping materials right now, so if you're one of those people that has a decent stash of gold and you can take the time to go through the the Legion profession stuff and see where there's some old mats that are used in some recipes that you might want, you might be able to make a killing off of this. You also might get screwed, so you got to be super careful when you're investing for sure.
Hmm.
But this isn't a WoW economy podcast, so we'll just leave it at that.
Yep.
All the class changes going tomorrow too, which is going to be sweet.
Oh yeah, because yeah, all of them do.
Yes, everything. The only thing you don't get to see, of course, is oh yeah, Demon Hunter, because well, you don't get to see them just yet.
And artifacts.
Yes, yeah, things that are not included. Demon Hunter, the artifact, the class hall, the actual Legion content. The invasions are not happening right away.
I think they come with demon hunters, right?
They might be coming out a little bit beforehand. They've been kind of lax on giving us the exact details, probably because they have a timeline, but they have to make sure things are stable first before they can do that. But expect them to come out around the same time, I would think. Um,
Yeah,
I'm very
because
excited for them.
it's pretty nice because you get the pre-patch. If you've got a level 100 of whatever character, you basically can test every single thing about them except for the artifact, which for some classes it actually adds quite a lot. Like Demon Hunter, it adds a fuck ton.
Oh
Um,
yes, it does.
or are we allowed to swear on here? I never actually thought about that.
Well, my YouTube channel is actually listed as mature content, so go right
Oh,
ahead.
okay. But or like Fire Mage, their main thing gets added. Affliction Warlock, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a little bit of a bummer. I mean, what do you expect?
Yep. Yeah. I mean, everything's balanced around 110. Things will still be doable. There's a buff. There's a debuff going into Hellfire, as far as I understand here. It's
I heard it's
actually
40% is what I was actually told.
I heard 40%. 40% of their health is gone, and we take 30% less damage from them. From what I heard.
Yeah, so basically, if
It's
you
the
want
ICC
your
buff.
Archimon mount, that'd be a good time to get the Archimon mount.
Yes, and that's another thing to keep in mind is that the mounts from Archimon do not go away until Legion officially launches on August 30th. So you can still get it up until then. If for some reason they would somehow magically move that date up, obviously, it would just go away whenever they release Legion itself. But I don't see that date changing ever. It's been broadcast too much for that to change. Um, so that's happening. Your legendary ring, if you don't already have it, you only have a little bit of time left um, to finish
You
out
won't
that
be able to start
quest.
the quest.
Yes, as of tomorrow, you
Yeah,
will not be able to start the quest anymore. So unless you're on the quest already, I mean, realistically, if you weren't on the quest probably a couple weeks ago, I don't think you're going to get anywhere close to finishing it anyway, because it does take quite a bit of time to get through it. I apparently didn't log out of Facebook. Oops. Let's just go ahead and close Facebook. There we go.
oh
Uh,
man, everyone's gonna look at their phone and be like, "Oh, you
Everyone's
got a
going to look at their
Facebook
computer screen
now?
going, I don't have Facebook open. What the hell is that?
It's almost a bad Skype."
I don't know why everyone sounds like that in my head. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff coming tomorrow for more info on that MMO champ, Wowhead, etc. They all have a ton of preview stuff. Of course, the WoW subreddit, uh, all that stuff. Tons of it listed there. Um, so pre-patch is going to be sweet. There'll be things to do, and by things to do, I mean I'm vendoring everything.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
I would look at vendor things because there's no real reason to keep the shards. Because what am I gonna do with shards?
well, actually, hold that thought, and we'll talk afterwards. Uh, so, what are we doing for Legion? I know, in my case, my plans for Legion, I'm actually going to be raiding on a Resto Druid, which might throw a couple people, completely off, because I've very long been that guy that's just like, yeah, Druids, whatever. After playing them in beta, I just said, you know what? They do, like, in case of a Resto Druid, it does everything I believe that a Mistweaver Monk can do, but a little better and a little more efficiently.
So what
Um,
I'm hearing is, oh man, this is really strong. Oh, it's great. And then a weekend, oh my god, why do they keep nerfing me?
I don't think
I'm
that's not
gonna
at
play something
all.
else.
That's not at all. They changed Mistweaver so much that it just feels like a different Resto Druid to me. So that's why I'm shifting to Resto Druid. The battle res is super important, and my guild actually loses almost all of our battle reses
Uh,
with the expansion. So I figured it was a good idea to swap over to a Druid.
Battle res is pretty important as a general rule.
Most definitely. So I'll be playing a Resto Druid. I'll be playing that Horde side where I'm Restic Horde. The guild is Alpha. If you're interested in any way, shape, or form in that, leave a comment here or poke me in game because most people are going to listen to this. I know IRL, and they're sitting here going, "God, does he ever shut up?" But yeah, always looking for more people. Horde side, Worm Restic Horde. Alliance side, I'm not sure what I'm playing yet. I know I'll be playing with Kill Order on Sargeras. I just don't know what I'll be doing yet.
I thought they wanted a rogue.
They do want a rogue. However, I also told them I wanted to play a druid there too, because their
Oh,
melee is so heavy.
okay, key wielder.
Hey, hey, Key and I talked about this earlier. uh, but yeah, those are my plans for Legion. I'm gonna be playing a shape-shifting druid because that class hall is by far the coolest thing ever. If you're interested in seeing any gameplay for Resto Druid, you can look through, actually my YouTube channel, or you can find me on Twitch. Same name, same place. It'll all be linked there in the description once this is done. Um, so you're kind of in a weird spot right now, right?
Yeah, so I'm hoping and praying that we don't have one other person wanting to play DPS Demon Hunter because we're only going to take two.
Oh boy.
And we already have someone who wants one for sure. I know that much. So I'm just kind of like, really want that Demon Hunter because I got in the habit of double jumping, and now I have a lot of trouble playing on live, like an unreasonable amount of trouble.
So I'm gonna be a tree, and you're gonna be a demon hunter, hopefully.
Yep. If I'm not a Demon Hunter, I'm somewhere between Warlock and Mage, and if not one of those or a Demon Hunter, I might be a priest. But we have too many priests, so if I'm not either of those, I might be a warrior. I don't know.
So what you're telling me is, I don't know.
Yeah, it depends on the guild.
Everything's up in the air. All right. You know you're DPSing, you just don't know how exactly yet.
Yeah, I'm still DPSing with same old guild I've been with for what, since BRH, BRF. I mean,
Yeah, BRH is your guild.
BRH.
Come on
Yeah.
now.
You know what, sir? I'm sorry that they make acronyms based on my guild. Okay.
I know, because there's actually a dungeon called Blackrock Hold that people are going to say looking for more BRH, and you're going to go, we already have enough people.
Why do people keep trying to join our guild?
Why do people keep trying to recruit for the guild they're not even in? What's happening?
We're on Sargeras, line side. Uh, pretty fancy stuff. I don't think we're recruiting at all,
No, I'm
and by
pretty
that I
sure.
mean
I,
I
I,
know
I
we're not. So
yeah, I looked. I looked at your website at one point because I did apply. I didn't make the cut, sadly. Combat not good enough, whatever. But
good times.
it happens. Um, Works out for the best, probably too, anyway. But
Yeah.
no, like I looked there, and last I saw, they weren't recruiting. I know for a fact Kill Order Alliance side Sargeras is recruiting. Um, Again, Wormrest Accord Horde side Alpha, they are recruiting, looking for more people. Raid days, or you can contact me for those. But it should be a really fun time. Legion looks super exciting. I'm completely stoked for this expansion.
And I'm excited too because my understanding is the officers, Ares, Zerno, and Valk, are planning on putting a lot more into it. So we'll hopefully end a little bit higher than US 300, which still isn't bad, but
That's still uh, very
still
ahead of
better
the
than some
curve.
people. That's true. It is ahead of the curve, isn't it?
It's quite ahead of the curve, actually. Yes. I honestly wish that I could have been that ahead of the curve, but it's all right. I did some really cool stuff this X Pack too. I know you did endless damage. I don't know how far did you get in that anyway.
I got to 30 and then I stopped. No, that's a lie. Because I was thinking about just stopping. I think I got to 39 or 40.
I made it to 39 on tank before 6.2 dropped, before the monk changes, because, well, imagine that. Those were big changes and made it much harder for monks to do it. Then I tried to heal on the monk and get the proven healer. Unfortunately, my item level was too high, it made it too difficult. So I ended up just getting it on a fresh druid. I just leveled up horde side. Um, I was like 640 item level. I got up to 37 or 38 when I lost it. But so I got 2 provens this expansion. I was real happy. I was gonna try to get proven assailant, and I'm not good at hunter. Even with your advice, it didn't work.
It was amazing because he realized that multi-shot is sucky. And
I
then
didn't
me is like,
realize.
fuck this game, I'm done.
Yep, done. Screw this shit.
I
Walking
don't need
away
to read
now.
this expansion.
I'll just. I think you actually can still do them after pre-patch happens. It looks like they don't actually go anywhere, which is pretty interesting. And if that's the case, I will actually probably try to get it here after the pre-patch drops, because I can definitely pick a class that I know a little better, and I won't have the super rushed feeling like I have now.
Yeah, it's
I'd actually probably do it on that druid horde side that's like 640 level, because we have stats going away. The gear gets a little more homogenized, so
we'll have
that'll.
the awkward conversations of, hey, how do we play a hunter?
Yeah. Well, you shoot things with your gun or your bow or your crossbow. But if you're
The
using
rest
a
just kind of
crossbow,
happens.
you just keep firing at things. Eventually, it dies. Whatever.
That's what I do.
Um,
I let gear carry me. It's done well so far.
it definitely has. Your gear definitely got you through some pretty sweet content, which I
Yeah.
got to watch. I know it was on your channel at one point too.
It's still up there. I think that's their first kill I have recorded. Speaking of which, if you ever want to watch my videos, because I might throw up, like, continue to throw up videos. I actually don't know my YouTube channel name.
Oh no, you don't?
It's on YouTube. It's
Well, we'll link it in the description below after this is published.
wait, I got this. I got this.
You
It's
got this?
uh
This is how prepared we are, folks. We forget the names of our own channels.
it's Leah Evans, Liaevans. I should probably change that name.
Definitely, I would. Definitely, I would. I know mine is Bandit King 87. You can find me here on Twitch or YouTube, same way. Um, yeah, I have. I have. Oh my god, I have a subscriber. Who the hell subscribed to me? I have to look now because I don't know who actually subscribed to me. I'm generally curious. No need to subscribe to yourself. Well, I know, but I want to know who subscribed to me. Is there a way to see? I don't think
Yeah,
there's a way to
probably.
see. Oh no, I don't know.
I
Oh
literally
man.
don't know how to change my YouTube channel name.
It's actually linked, I believe, to your Google account. But that being that
Wow,
being
that is the
said,
worst thing.
that being said, we are
Anyway,
veering
recap.
horribly off topic. So I think at this point here, we're just gonna go ahead and sign off. I want to thank you guys for popping in here.
I'm gonna go eat my 3-pound pizza.
3 pound pizza. See that's what Leah's actually been doing.
No, I haven't made it yet. I've been thinking about it though.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So signing off. This has been Lotus.
Give any feedback. Just tell us if you like the changes to, actually being streamed live so we don't have to spend 30 years, uploading it.
Yeah, and the wonderful what's the word I'm looking for here? Oh yeah, yeah, the randomly thrown together podcast last minute because I wanted to get something out today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, that's
planning.
not right.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. If you guys are actually watching this, after the fact, if you're watching it live, which maybe you are, maybe you're not. Who
You're
knows?
not.
You're
You're
not.
not.
Wow,
No one's
that's
watching it live.
so nice. Best of friends, best of friends. All right, guys, you have a great evening. We will catch you on the flip side. See you in 7.0.
Goodbye.